So I just got the notification and time for phase 2. Welcome to episode 2. So this is my step 2 account, phase 2, 50k, as you can see. And yeah, everything has been reset. I need to make $2,000, and it's crazy. I see a potential trade right over here, so I'm looking. Today's a Friday, but I'm gonna get the first day in. Looking for something like this. Looking for a little 1 to 2. So over here we had our AUD CAD buy. First trade on the account using 5 lots, and yeah guys, we were floating real nice profits on this, about 2%. So at this point I decided that, you know what, I'm just gonna close, lock in the $1,000 profit, and then at this point I only needed to make $1,000 more. So yeah guys, I just woke up. As you can see, reset, reload. We're up 2%, made $1,000 profit, and yeah, we just need to make $1,000 more. One trading day result. It was a nice change in the states of delivery. Swept those lows, closed above those highs. Price pullback also left a massive wick over here, so I knew I could expect price to fill in that area. We had a fair value gap over here. Price displaced into that fair value gap, tapped that order block, created a morning star, and then began pushing up towards TP. I just woke up, so about $1,000. Next up, we had 3 trades that were in deep drawdown: a GBP USD buy using 4 lots and another using 2 lots. These were unnecessary trades that really did not need to be in these trades. I think the excitement from making 1%, 2% on the first trade, made me reckless, and essentially I took some high risk trades trying to accomplish the remaining 2%, trying to make $1,000 more to be funded. So as you will see in this clip over here, the 2 lot did hit stop loss for just below 1% for minus $434, and we had these remaining trades running in the deep reds. GBP USD did go on to hit stop loss, this 4 lot, and I ended up losing about $800 on that, just below 2%. Nasdaq hit stop loss as well. Nasdaq was the more promising position, but I did hit stop loss. So I ended up being down 1.6%. Lost 812 for the day. We are still on the first trading day. I should have stopped trading, but after I made that 1K and it was like 7 a.m. before London session even hit, I decided to take 2 more trades. So I took a trade on GBP USD, and yeah, my first entry was over there. Our first entry was over here, cause, excuse me, it was support, resistance, support. So once we had this bullish engulfing, when price came back, I thought that price could buy from that area. I had my low risk entry there. I had my stop loss below there. And then I had my second entry over there. As you can see, price pushed, price broke above these highs over here. We had a fair value gap over there. Price had respected the previous fair value gap, so I anticipated that it would respect that fair value gap, so I had my higher risk entry over there. My stop loss should have been below this area, but I considered the fact that we had this order block, so I put my stop loss much lower than that. So had it been around there, I would have lost 1% exactly, but because I had my stop loss below over here, the second trade on GBP USD, I ended up losing 1.5%. And then Nasdaq, I had 50 pip loss. Yeah, as you can see, same thing. Price was in this zone that I was looking at for like potential long-term buys. Price had broken structure, broke above. We had an order block. We had a fair value gap, support and resistance. So when price returned there, I assumed that it would respect that level. I had my stop loss below that order block, and that was violated. So guys, that ended up resulting in me losing 2 trades after that AUD CAD win. I had a beautiful AUD CAD win. That was the first trade of the day that made us $1,000. Now let me see if I had held longer. Would I have? Okay, I actually closed at the exact area. I should have taken this sell over here. I anticipated a sell from this area, and that could have passed me the challenge. As you can see, we had a supply zone. We had a 5-minute change in state, and then that could have been an entry stop loss over there. And yeah, guys, I would have basically passed the challenge with the second trade. I should have just focused on AUD CAD, but it is what it is. I'll be back next week. It currently is a Friday, so I will be back next week. So guys, over here is just a screenshot. It was a Friday, but I had planned to come back the following week, but a Euro CHF trade did happen to play out, and I got in. And as you can see, guys, I got out exactly where I needed to, because on Monday market gapped down. When Monday came around, I then got into a gold buy, and as you can see, we were not playing around. Once we were in profit, we moved our stop loss into profit to protect our initial capital. So this trade was floating about 2%, and our balance was at like 49,600. So I was more than happy locking in this 2% win in order to just, recover the unnecessary losses we had taken. So now that left us with 1% profit. We then had a US30 sell using 0.3 lots, and at this point we were floating 1%, floating about $460. Now this trade did play around, and it did come back to entry. In fact, beyond entry, it went into some drawdown. At this point, I was just looking like, if I was to reduce my TP, how much would I make? But I remained persistent. I stayed holding, and once price now pushed in our favor, I then trailed the trade aggressively. I think I had locked in about $700 profit where the stop loss was, and then it was actually about $800 profit, and then I just adjusted my take profits to the exact amount that I needed in order to pass the challenge, which was about $1,330. So at this point, we had just hit TP, so that's how it looked. and as you guys can see, $2,000 US30 did hit take profit. So guys, we had a miraculous recovery. So profit target has just been hit. We are up $2,223 on the account. There is still 3 trading days remaining, but we have made the complete 4%. If we go to the account overview, in total we took 7 trades, win rate of 57%. Worst trade was minus 840. Best trade was $1,300. And yeah, that's the equity curve. So today I just logged in the 4th trading day, and today does happen to be a Wednesday. So on Thursday will be our 5th trading day. Yeah guys, we hit this profit target a long time ago, I think on the 2nd trading day. So yeah, pretty much we've passed, and we just need to lock in one more trading day and then we'll be funded and we will receive our 2nd account details. So just because I've already began editing this video, I think I'm just gonna end off this video over here. You can just take it as I have paused.
Their emotions low, no surprise, they want me outlined in short. How can I quit when my fam rely on me? That's why the band's my grand priority. When I die, I hope fans admire me, and I live on like Anne Frank's diary. I'm